On today's program, we are going to look at asking questions. So, being dissatisfied with the answers people give, is it bad? Now, a lot of the times we are asked questions or we ask questions, and most of the times we are dissatisfied with the answer, or we may not have heard the answer that we were looking for. Now the question comes up, is that a bad thing? Is the feeling of dissatisfaction that we got from being answered, is that bad? Now I would say it depends. And it really depends on the fact that asking a question is an attempt to find out the truth. And we are not talking about like between lies and truths. We are talking about, I am asking based on the fact that I don't know and I am looking for a truthful answer. So I ask questions. So immediately we come to the question of whether the question presented is in looking for an answer that is truthful, or whether asking the question is in looking for an answer that we wish to hear. Because one is fulfilling the purpose of asking a question, and one defeats the purpose of asking a question. If I already know the answer, then there's no point in me asking a question. So let's say we are asking a question because we are really seeking to know the truth, and we receive an answer to our question, and I don't feel satisfied. Is that bad? And I will say no. Because in seeking the truth, we seek to know 100% without any doubt in our mind that we have found the truth. So if we ask a question honestly saying, well, I don't know and I want to know, then naturally you'll ask a second question based on what you don't know, the truth that you seek. And this does not mean that you are, let's say, projecting an answer that you want onto the person being questioned. Because each of us as an individual is seeking to know fully, and that is why we are questioning. So we question, and maybe the person being questioned gives us a second answer or a third answer that does not satisfy us. It is our duty to ourselves in seeking the truth that we continue asking questions until we are satisfied. Because that is the reason for asking a question. So it is a common practice, especially to younger children, that we say, don't ask too many questions. Now, if in the question and answer process we really don't know the answer or the full answer, then in a way it's our duty to guide a person to such an extent that they can find the answer or they can find the truth that they seek. Because the questioning process is not bad. It's not a bad thing to question. Because it's fulfilling a duty to ourselves to find the truth. Now on the flip side, a person who is trying to pin a particular answer on a person for a particular agenda and reason, it is important to realize when this is being done. It is important to know that you are being guided into a particular frame of thinking through the questions being asked. And this is where the question and answer process becomes a bit of in itself, a thought process. It is a real process of thinking along with the answers and with the questions, in that the reason for a question is to find out the truth. And the reason for receiving answers is to guide us to the other question which follows until we find the truth. Now, the reason I put this forward is because it can guide us to living happier lives, or to living more. It can guide us to living happier lives, or more accurately, it guides us to living more satisfied lives. Because we do feel in ourselves when we have found the truth. Because truth, when found, there is no more question to ask. There is knowledge. There is real knowledge in knowing. And as the person being questioned, we too may be guided in through the question process on what is the truth and what is real knowledge. So this is a process of acquiring knowledge. Acquiring knowledge does not come from having information presented to you that we acquire through books and through videos and through other people teaching us. We don't acquire knowledge, we acquire information. And it is up to us using the question and answer process to sift through the information to find out what is real knowledge and then apply it within our lives. And this is the purpose for questions. That we have all this information presented to us, but we really need to ask honest questions. And honest questions are questions that are in seeking truth. Questions that really want to get to the bottom of things. So this is, let's say, the spirit of a question. Is it the truth? If I'm not satisfied, well then ask a follow-up question or ask another and you have another thought, you ask based on the idea of looking for truth. And probably as the questioner, it too will guide you on whether you are asking the right questions or if even you are asking questions. Because if you too are seeking the truth, then you ask questions to find out information in seeking knowledge. So this is my basic line of thought with regards to asking questions and whether we should be satisfied with answers to questions and the process of being satisfied with answers and the reason for dissatisfaction when we hear certain answers. It's a simple process of asking questions to dig until we find knowledge, until we find truth. So this is my short presentation today on the question and answer process. And I hope it guides people into finding knowledge through asking honest, real questions and the questioning process. My name is Omkar, saying thank you for joining me on Diksha, and I will see you next time.